Hello everyone, welcome to Sunya IAS. We are having the topic-wise discussion of previous year questions of CSAT, that is paper 2 of CSE Prelims. We have already discussed so many topics of logical reasoning. Today we are taking up the topic of seating arrangement, which would be linear as well as circular. Okay. So if I, from the analysis point of view, if I see this topic, there are the questions from this topic haven't been asked that frequently. If I compare this topic with direction, roots and network wala topic or syllogism topic, still this topic holds importance because this is a simple topic. If question comes from this topic and if you spend some 30-40 seconds extra on the question, then there is a very high probability that you will be able to solve the questions correctly. Otherwise, if I see from the point of view of importance कि कितने questions अब तक पूछे गए हैं in last 12 years from the year 2011 to 2022, तो बहुत ज़्यादा questions इस topic से नहीं पूछे गए हैं. But I would never recommend you to leave this topic because there is no concept as such in this topic. There are no formulas in the topic. It is just a game of practice and बस आपको यही questions if you'll do 2 to 3 times, it won't take more than 1 hour or 2 hours, then it would be very easy for you कि इस topic से question आप कर लो. And another thing is कि इस topic से question in the last few years बहुत नहीं आए हैं, but in the year 2022, that is the last prelims, they have asked, I think, approximately 2 questions from this topic. So we can see that the importance of this topic is going to increase in the coming years because this topic has been ignored in last many years. So I would highly suggest that from a futuristic point of view, this topic is having a lot of importance and this is a very simple topic. So in this topic, we will cover seating arrangement and it would be both linear and as well as circular. Sir has already covered this topic very briefly in his lectures. Sir has covered it in 2 levels. The first one is basic level and another is advanced level. तो ये basic level है, ये advanced level है. So you can access these videos from the My Subscription section and then you can go to logical reasoning and there you can find this arrangement topic where sir has covered it in 2 levels. So my suggestion would be go to sir's video and then you watch my video of previous year questions and you try to solve the questions then on your own. Okay. So before starting the topic, I want to tell you some basic points which you need to remember while solving the questions, which you need to focus upon. Those are not very conceptual points or some formulas, but some just basic steps which makes the question even more systematic. So I'll go to this blank screen. Just a second. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you, so this is basically seating arrangement. This seating arrangement is of 2 types generally, which generally two types from where the question is being asked. The first one is linear and second one is circular. So circular में क्या होगा? They will tell you some people are sitting around a round table. So this is a round table. Somebody would be sitting here, 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 somebody would be sitting here. So generally people are sitting around a table, circular table, round table. So these kind of question comes under this circular arrangement. And this linear, where people are standing or sitting in a row. रो से कैसे, इधर बैठा है, फिर इधर, कोई रो है, कोई क्यू है, इधर इधर इधर, like this also. One, if somebody is standing here, then somebody will standing here, somebody will be standing here, like this, or somebody will be standing facing towards that direction, then here, then me, then somebody would be behind me, right? So this would be row. So if, let's say, they say Ram, Shyam and Ghanshyam, there these three persons are there who are sitting in a row in the same order as their name is given. So let's say this is Ram, this is Shyam, this is Ghanshyam, and it is said that they are sitting in the direction from left to right, from left to right. So this is my left, this is right, and left to right these people are sitting. So this is my arrangement, this is my arrangement. But is it correct? Is it the only possibility? Left to right? Yeah, I can see this is the only possibility, क्योंकि ये left है, ये right है, this is the left to right possibility. But no, this is not the only possibility, because here I took one assumption which generally we don't consider. What assumption I took here? That these people are facing towards north. तो ये भी इधर face, इधर face, इधर face, north की तरफ. So they are sitting from left to right. But if they are facing towards south direction, from this direction, then left would be this direction, left to right would be this direction, na? Then Ghanshyam would be here, Shyam would be here, Ram would be here. They are facing towards south direction, and then left to right. अब अगर मैं इस direction में कर रहा हूँ, तो left to right would be this direction. Then this would be left to right direction, right? So what we learned from this concept, that never ever assume the direction of sitting. कभी assume नहीं करना है कि यार वो north में ही बैठे होंगे या south में ही बैठे होंगे, unless or until it is not given in the question paper. Okay. Second, you should always count for the possibilities. You should always count for the possibilities. You should always see कि यार मैंने एक पैटर्न तो बना दिया है, either it is a circular arrangement or it is a linear arrangement. Is some other arrangement also possible? You always need to be very vigilant that कि अच्छा ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी हो सकता है. You need to look for all the possibilities, then only you will be able to mark the correct option. Otherwise, if you have considered only one possibility, then what will happen? हो सकता है coincidentally whatever the option would be given, हो सकता है your possibility might match with that option and you might mark that option correct, but that would be wrong because it might not satisfy the other possibilities. So that's why you need to look for all the possibilities in these questions. ठीक है? And one more small thing, that if they have given Ram, Shyam, Ghanshyam, every time you cannot write these names. So you will just use abbreviation. Ram is R, Shyam is S, Ghanshyam is G. Let's say some other friend also is given. Let's say Rahul is also given. So you can see Ram is also starting from R, Rahul is also starting from R. So here it is Ram, here we can use these things, Rah, something like that, so that you can understand and your time should also be saved. Because in the CSAT paper, the biggest factor is to save the time. That's why in CSAT paper efficiency is very important, especially time efficiency. क्योंकि आपको उन 2 आवर्स में 80 क्वेश्चंस करने हैं, उसमें 28 लगभग अप्रोक्सीमेटली जितना I can recall, approximately 28 questions come from passage, and passages are sometimes they are very long passages, and then 52 questions which would be coming from LR and quant. So sometimes it becomes very lengthy. So you need to save time at every step, then only you will be able to solve the question paper up to extent जहाँ पे आप बहुत easily clear कर जाओ, है ना. तो इसलिए आपको time अपना बहुत save करना है. So this is some basic understanding of this topic seating arrangement. How should we proceed and what should we not at all do, this assumption kind of things. ठीक है. So now we will move on to the first question of our topic. So this question was asked in the year 2022. This question was asked in the year 2022. Just a second. Yes. 8 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H sit around a circular table equidistant from each other, facing the center of the table, not necessarily in the same order. B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. A sits in between E and D and F sits in between B and H. Which one of the following is definitely correct? So again, I have told you a million number of times in the earlier lectures कि whatever information is given to you, if that information can be used directly in making a diagram or in making a table, use it. If you are not able to use it, then you write it at the corner of your page, and then subsequently you keep on using those information. ठीक है. There are 8 students. Circular table. Circular table कैसी होगी? If this is a circular table, okay, this is a circular table. On a circular table, equidistant, everybody is equidistant, so distance between two people would be same. So if somebody is sitting here, somebody would be sitting here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this would be some arrangement where everybody is equidistant from each other. So this is circular table, and it is also written that facing the center of the table. You need to remember कि अगर वो ये नहीं, ये this is center, this is center, अगर वो नहीं देता कि center of the table है, then आप direction का अंदाजा नहीं लगा पाते. How? If this person is me, I am sitting like this, my face is towards the center, then I know this is my left, this is my right, this is my left, this is my right. But if they don't give कि I am facing towards center, so I can assume I am facing away from center, then it would be my right, it would be my left, so direction would have changed. So you need to keep in mind कि they have given that these people are facing the center of the table, so everybody is like this. So this person's left would be this, because this would be his left hand, this would be right hand. So this person's left would be this person's left would be this person's left would be this. Why? Because they have given you a very important line that all are facing the center of the table, not necessarily in the same order. This is another line, not necessarily in the same order. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि if this is A, then this is B, C, D, E, F, G, H. No, it is not like that. It is simply given कि it is they are facing towards center, but not necessarily in the same order. But you need to find out the order. And how will you find out the order? You will find out the order by the given informations. ठीक है. B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. So अब इसमें this question I am solving very slowly, keeping it very slow, because I want to बी विद एवरीबडी। तो अब इसमें क्या है, B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. So every time you need to make one reference. Reference क्या होता है कि यार I have decided one thing and all other things I will do with respect to that reference. जैसे in railway stations you might have seen, whenever you go to a railway station, if there is a railway board, station board, then there is one thing written, this is called MSL, mean sea level. Mean sea level because जो height है to every railway station, it is measured with reference to this sea, जो भी mean sea level है। तो इससे क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है, टेरेन बहुत उल्टा सीधा टेरेन होता है। लेट्स से आई शो यू, जस्ट एक्सप्लेन यू, इट माइट हेल्प यू इन some other things sometime. If let's say this is the terrain, you never know this kind of terrain is possible, है ना? So let's say here it is Delhi station, this is Mumbai station, this is Kanpur station. Now I want to know कि ये कितनी हाइट पे बना हुआ है। So I will tell कि this station is at this height, this station is at this height, this station is at this height. But we can never actually know कि दिल्ली, मुंबई और कानपुर में कौन ज्यादा हाइट पे है, कौन कम हाइट पर है ना। These kind of things with respect to each other also we will never get to know कि किस difference में है। So what I do, I make a reference here. This is my reference line. We take it as mean sea level और मैं यहां से मेजर करता हूं कि this is 100, this is 80, this is 70, like this. So now I have a reference and I can tell exactly that Delhi is at the highest, Mumbai is second, and then Kanpur is third, like this. So this is reference. So we choose one reference and then we measure or we take all the things with reference to that reference. ठीक है? Okay. So now B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. So if I take C as the reference, क्योंकि C के reference में ही है, तो B and D sit neither adjacent to C. So B and D cannot sit here. So B and D cannot sit here. This is one thing. And also nor opposite to C. So opposite to C is this place. So they cannot sit here also. So this is the possibility. ठीक है. So B or D can sit where? B or D can sit either here or here or here or here. But they definitely cannot sit at these three places. So here B or D can sit. Here also there is a possibility that B or D can sit. B or D can sit here also. B or D can sit here also. Now it is given. So this is one thing. A sits in between E and D and F sits in between B and H. ठीक है. अब let's say from this information I'll just make another Venn diagram. Sorry, this diagram. This is C. This is. Let's assume. तो there might be many possibilities कि B इधर है, D इधर है ना, D इधर है, B इधर है. There would be many possibilities. Let's say I take one possibility where, let's say, it is said that B and D, say A sits in between E and D. Let's say D cannot be here. Let's say D is sitting here. One possibility. Because further it is not saying anything कि D कहाँ पे नहीं हो सकता. Let's say D is sitting here. Then it is saying A sits in between E and D. So if D is sitting here, between D and E, there would be A. Right? If D is sitting here, then definitely E must have to sit here. Why? Because it cannot sit here, C. And between D and D, there must be A. So E cannot be here because there is already C. So the only possibility for E would be here if D is here. And between D and D, there is A. ठीक है. F sits in between B and H. F sits in between B and H. अच्छा, B cannot sit here. Can B sit here? If B sits here, then F sits in between B and H. So H cannot be here because it is here, it is E. H cannot be here because it is E. So B cannot sit at this position. So the only possibility for B would be this. If B sits here, then F sits in between B and H. Then there will be H here and F will be sitting between B and H. This would be one possibility of our diagram. Then if you see, there is A, B, C, D, E, F, then G is missing, G will come here. This is one possibility. Did you get the point? This is one possibility. How did we make the diagram? You already know. We know BD, BD, BD cannot come at these places. So B or D can come either here or here or here or here with respect to given conditions. So I assume that D is sitting here. Between D and D, there must be A. Between D and E, there must be A. That is D, A, E is in consecutive order. So D, A, E is not possible here because here it is C. So E must be here, then in between them it is A. Then B, F, H is our in the consecutive order. So B cannot be here. B cannot be here, that is given. B cannot be here because if B is here, then B, F, H, here it is E, no. B, F, H, no, because here it is C. So the only possibility for B would be that B should sit here. And then between B and H there is F. Okay? This is one possibility. Okay, I'll go for another possibility. मैं इधर बना देता हूँ दूसरा. Again I'll make the diagram. This is C. This is some. This time I will assume that B is sitting here. If B is sitting here, then F sits in between B and H. F sits, so if this is H, then F would be sitting between B and H, right? This is another possibility. Then D, A sits in between E and D. E and D. If D cannot be here, D cannot be here because if here it is D, here cannot be E or E. So definitely D must be here. And between E and D, there is A. Between A and D, it is A, and the only thing left would be G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 8 people are completed in this possibility also. Right? This is one thing. Okay. So now we see which of the following is definitely correct. Definitely मतलब अगर इनमें से एक भी possibility में this option gets wrong, then the whole option will be wrong. Is definitely correct. मतलब it has to be correct in all the possibilities. B sits in between A and G. B is sitting here. No, B is sitting between F and G here. And here B is sitting between E and F. So this option is wrong. C sits. This option is wrong. C sits opposite to G. C sits opposite to E, not G. Here G is adjacent to C. Here C is sitting opposite to H, not G. So this option is also wrong. E sits opposite to F. E is sitting opposite to C, not F. E is sitting opposite to F. E is sitting opposite to F. E is sitting opposite to C. So here you can see E sits opposite to F. So in this possibility, E is sitting opposite to F. तो अगर आपने एक ही possibility बनाई होती, so you might have marked this option correct. But here we see is E sitting opposite to F? No, here E is sitting opposite to C. So this option is also wrong. Then the correct option would be option D, none of these. No given option is correct. Did you get the point? So that is why I have laid so much emphasis on the term possibility, that you have to look for all the possibilities. Right? You have to look for all the possibilities. Because एक पॉसिबिलिटी में हो सकता है कोइंसिडेंटली कोई ऑप्शन मैच कर जाए, एंड इफ you would have made only one this diagram, then you might have corrected option C, which would have been a wrong answer, right? So I'll just give you a minute's time. You just see, try to absorb what I have done. Then we will move on to the next question. So we will move on to the next question and we'll see how do we approach that question. Okay, so this is a very big question. So what I'll do, I'll just add a new slide, so it would be better for us to solve the question. Okay, this question was again asked in the year 2022, and that's what I was talking about in the starting of the lecture, that this topic is gaining importance since last year. So you need to keep it in mind that the question from this topic can be asked further. 6 person, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So how many persons are there? 6 persons are sitting equidistant from each other around a circular table. Again, facing the center of the table. Consider the question. What is the question? Who is sitting on the immediate left of A? This is question. Then there are two statements given. The first statement is B is sitting opposite to C and D is sitting opposite to E. Then statement 2 is given, F is sitting on the immediate left of B. Which of the following is correct in respect of the question and the statements? ठीक है? So we need to tell कि can we answer the given question, this is the given question, using these two statements, or if we use only one statement, can we answer the question or not? तो देखते हैं भाई. Circular table है, there are 6 people who are equidistant to each other. So if this is a circular table, there are 6 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 6 people are equidistant from each other. ठीक है. आपको equidistant नहीं लग रहा होगा, just a second, just make it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I think it is better. So yeah, there are 6 people who are equidistant to each other. Now the given condition is B is sitting opposite to C and D is sitting opposite to E. B is sitting opposite to C. Let's say this is B. It is sitting opposite to C. And D is sitting opposite to E. So if it is D, then this is E. Because right now I cannot use this condition D and D because we don't know where is D. If it is D, it is E. D is, it is D, it is E. Okay, so I'll just read the second statement first, and if we see if we are getting any clue about B and C or D and D. So I have written for my understanding that D and E are, on the opposite side. F is sitting on the immediate left of B. Immediate left of B. अब left क्या होगा? B का left ये होगा या B का left ये होगा? So there comes that important line that everybody is facing towards center. So if B, this is B, B is facing towards center. Towards center, this is towards center, so this would be left. So B's left would be this, and this is F. So F is sitting towards the immediate left of B, so this is for sure. ठीक है, तो एक तो ये है. अच्छा, just a second. अरे, just a second. Okay, ठीक है. Now if we see, D is sitting opposite to E. This is given. D is sitting opposite to E. So what are the possibilities? If D is here, then E must be here, right? Or what can be done if this is the diagram B, this is F, and if D is here, then it is E, this is C. Okay, so who is left? A, B, C, D, E, F. A is left here, A is left here. So I think these two possibilities are possible here. Now the question is asked, who is sitting on the immediate left of A? So if we see, where is A? A is here. A is also sitting towards center. So left of A would be E. So in the first possibility, you see who is in the immediate left of A? E. So from here we get the answer as E. But if we see this possibility, we see that immediate left of A is D. We have used both the statements, and now we are able to tell from the first possibility that immediate left of A is E. But नहीं, दूसरा बोलता है नहीं यार, immediate left of तो D है. So that's why in both the possibilities we are getting different answers. So with the given informations of statement 1 and 2, we cannot tell precisely who is sitting to the immediate left of A. So the correct option would be option D. Both statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. Got it? तो ये चीज इंपॉर्टेंट थी इसमें कि you from one possibility you can get one answer, from another possibility you are getting another answer, different answer. So we can tell that using these two statements information, we cannot tell who is sitting to the immediate left of A. So these two questions were asked in the year 2022. We will move on to the next question. So this is a question which has been asked in the year 2017. Consider the following. A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H are standing in a row facing north. देखो, they are sitting in a row and it is written that they are facing north. So there you need not to assume that they are facing north. It is already given that they are facing north. B is not neighbor of G. F is to the immediate right of G and neighbor of E. G is not at the extreme end. A is 6 to the left of E. H is 6 to the right of C. And they have given some condition. And then they have given you some 4 options. देखते हैं क्या क्या information दी है. B is not neighbor of G. Then B and G, they are not together. Neighbor of G मतलब ये नहीं बोल रहा है कि B is left to G, G is left to B. पॉसिबल ही नहीं, दोनों साथ में नहीं रह सकते. नेबर कौन होते हैं? जो साथ में रहते हैं. डिस्ट्रिक्ट डायरेक्शन की बात नहीं हो रही है. सो बी एंड जी कैन नॉट बी टुगेदर, दैट इज फॉर श्योर. दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट कंडीशन. एफ इज टू द इमीडिएट राइट ऑफ जी. एफ इज टू द इमीडिएट राइट ऑफ जी. तो अगर जी is facing towards north like this, then F is to the immediate right. So this is F, right of G, and neighbor of E, F is here. At one side it is G, and E is also a neighbor of F. Then definitely E would be like this. That is G, F, and E. These would be in this same order. Did you get the point? It is given F is to the immediate right of G. F is to the immediate right of G. Why this is right? Because all these people are facing towards north. And neighbor of E, F, E का भी neighbor है. Now, if it is not given, then F is the neighbor of G. But it is said that F is the neighbor of E also. Then E will be here only. G is not at the extreme end. There are how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 places. So if I make these 8 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It is said G is not at the extreme end. So definitely G cannot be here. G cannot be here. Okay. A is 6th to the left of E. A is 6th to the left of E. So we know one thing, that these 3 will be together. So one possibility would be if G, F, E comes like this. Another so if this is the possibility, then it is saying A is 6th to the left of E. A is 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this would be A. This is one possibility. This is one possibility because A is 6th to the left of E. And there is another possibility where these are 6 places, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, sorry, 8 places where if GFE they are together, A is 6th to the left of E. A is 6th to the left of E. 1 2 3 4 5 6, A is here. But tell me one thing, A is 6 to the left of E, this is like this, okay, but yeah, now there cannot be any other possibility, because if G comes here, F E, then 6th would be out of this league. The 6th would be out of this league, which is not possible. So either this would be the possibility or this would be the possibility. These two will be the possibilities. ठीक है? Why I am telling these two possibilities are only possible? Because if we put, I'll show you, if we do like this, G further E, then left 6th to the left, 1 2 3 4 5 6, no sorry, this G, sorry, I'll show you again, sorry. What I'm telling you, what I have told you, GFE. If I further take कि this is G, this is F, this is E, then 6 to the left of E, 1 2 3 4 5 6 would be out of this seating arrangement, so that is not possible, hence there would not be any further possibilities, only these two possibilities will be there. And now it is said H is 6th to the right of C. H is 6th to the right of C. Acha. H is 6th to the right of C. This is A. So if H is 6th to the right of C, that means H can be at this position. It will be at this position because H is 6th to the right of C. Right, C के 6th number right पे है. If C is here, for example, C is here, then H would be 1 2 3 4 5 6. No, but here there is already F given, so C cannot be here. If C is here, then H would be 1 2 3 4 5 6. H would be coming out of the seating arrangement. That is why this possibility is not possible. This is an imaginary possibility. क्योंकि यहाँ पे अगर C के 6th राइट में H तो मिल ही नहीं पाएगा, यहाँ पे C होगा तो H की जगह पे F है, अगर यहाँ पे रखेंगे तो that is not possible. Now if we see here, if C is here, let's say, then H 1 2 3 4 5 6 out of this. No, if here C is not possible, यहाँ भी C होगा तो H would be out of this arrangement, then C definitely must be here. C definitely must be here. तो इस C को मैं यहाँ से हटा देता हूँ, ठीक है. Then H is 6 to the right of C. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here comes that H. Here comes H. Now we have left A, B is left, D is left. So B and D, these two are left, all other have occupied their position. Now if we see, B should come here or here. ये तो confusing हो गया यार कि B इधर आएगा कि इधर आएगा. But if we see that first line, B is not neighbor of G, B and G cannot be together, so definitely B cannot come here, B have to come here, and if B comes here, then D must be coming here. So this is the correct order of sequence in which everybody is standing, जो भी है. Now if we see the option, C is to the immediate left of A. No, C is to the immediate right of A. So that means option A is wrong. D is immediate neighbor of B and F. D is immediate neighbor of B, that is correct, but it is not the immediate neighbor of F, it is the immediate neighbor of G. This is also wrong. G is the immediate right of D. G is immediate right of D. Everybody is facing north, so D ka right ki taraf G hoga. This is option is correct. And A and D are at the extreme ends. A and H are at the extreme ends, not A and E. So this option is also wrong. So the correct option would be option C. G is to the immediate right of D. ठीक? कोई डाउट इसमें? नहीं. We'll move on to the next question. this question was asked in the year 2016, and I want to tell you one thing कि previous year question के ऊपर why we put so much emphasis, because concept तो repeat करते ही हैं, है ना? Every times the concept gets repeated, they mix the questions, but many number of times the exact question gets repeated. This question number 4 was asked in the year 2016, and the same question with this option statement 3 was not there. This was asked in the year 2013. Same question. So if you would have done this previous year question of 2013, then 2016 में if you would have taken that exam, तो आपको वो question as it is मिल जाता. That is the power of previous year question papers. And previous year question papers are the most underrated thing in UPSC, जो कि आपको undermine उसकी importance को नहीं करना है. ठीक है? So if we'll solve question number 4, 6 will be solved automatically because both are same questions. So I'll see this question number 4, and I will make a new slide here. Okay, 5 people A, B, C, D, and E are seated about a round table. Every chair is spaced equidistant from adjacent chairs. ठीक है. C is seated next to A is seated next to 2 seats from D, B is not seated. ठीक है. Now you see one thing. How many people are there? 5 people. There are 5 people. And it is not said कि वो ना round table में center की तरफ है या नहीं है, because उन्होंने ना they haven't given any direction, right, left. They didn't talk about direction. They generally talked about next, adjacent, like this they have used. They haven't used the words of right and left, so they haven't talked about the direction. So if we see 5 people in a round table, they are equidistant. So how can they be sitting? If this is a round table, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So these 5 people are sitting equidistant. ठीक है? C is seated next to A. Let's say this is C. Then this would be A. बढ़िया. C is seated next to A. अच्छा. A is seated 2 seats from D. A is seated 2 seats from D. A is seated 2 seats from D. So if D is here, then A would be 2 seats, first, second. 2 seats from D. So if D is here, first, second. Very good. D यहाँ पे भी है. अच्छा. There can be another possibility. Or if this is C, this is A, this is like this. D can also be here. Here also A is 2 seats away from A. 2 seats from A. First, second. Or D can be here, first, second. So these two are the possibilities with the given points. Okay. B is not seated next to A. B is not seated next to A. So here B cannot sit here as well as here. Here it is C. So यहाँ तो B वैसे भी नहीं आ सकता. B cannot sit here. So the only possibility for B would be here. B cannot sit here and here. Here it is not possible. So B will be sitting here. So the person who will be left here, A, B, C, D, E is left here, and E is will be sitting here. So I think these two are the possibilities. Now, on the basis of above information, which of the following must be true? D is seated next to B. D is seated next to B. Yes, in this possibility, this is correct. We need to check in the other possibility also? क्या था option? D is seated next to B. D is seated next to B. Yes. D is seated next to B. Yes. So this statement is getting correct in both the options. Very good. E is seated next to A. E is seated next to A. Yes, this is getting correct in the first possibility. In the second possibility also we are sitting E is seated next to A. Yes, absolutely correct. This option is also correct. Now we'll see the third option. D and C are separated by 2 seats. D and C are separated by 2 seats. No, they are adjacent. D and C are separated by 1, 2. No, they are not separated by 2 seats. Here it is, yes. Here there are 2 seats, but here we see D and C are adjacent. So this option would be wrong. So the correct option would be option 1 and 2. So this would be option B, 1 and 2 only. कोई doubt? कोई doubt? नहीं. So we will move on to the अच्छा ये this question was asked in the year 2016. So now we'll see that कि 2013 में क्या पूछा था उन्होंने. 2013 में they have asked same thing. C is seated next to A, A is seated next to A. D is seated next to B. Yes, this was correct. E is seated next to A. They have given only 2 statements, so the correct option would be option C, both 1 and 2. So you can see कि 2016 and 2013 का same question था दोनों का. So I think we have solved both the questions. So we'll see this question number 5. ठीक है? Question number 5 को हम देखते हैं कि क्या है इसमें. This question was asked in the year 2014. 4 children are sitting in a row. 4 children are sitting in a row. So how many children are there? 4. So there would be 4 places. 1, 2, 3, and these are 4 places. A is occupying the seat next to B, but not next to C. A is occupying the seat next to B, but not next to C. If C is not sitting next to D, who is occupying seat adjacent to D? ठीक है, तो try करते हैं क्या करना है. A is occupying the seat next to B. Let's say this is B. Then definitely this will be A because A is occupying the seat next to B. बहुत बढ़िया. But not next to C. So it cannot be C. So C यहाँ भी नहीं हो सकता. C अगर यहाँ नहीं होगा, then C will be here. Then the only remaining possibility would be D. ठीक है. If C is not sitting next to D, but here C is sitting next to D, then this is the possibility which is wrong. This is not satisfying all the conditions. Now I will try another possibility. Let's say B is sitting here. B is sitting, sorry. Yeah, sorry. B is sitting here. It is saying A is occupying the seat next to B. Let's say A is sitting here, but not next to C. But not next to C. Yes, it is not sitting next to C. ठीक है. But in these 2 places remaining will be C and D, and then they will again be together, which is not the case. C is not sitting next to D, so this is also not valid. We'll try another possibility. Let's say B is sitting here, A is sitting next to B. This is one possible thing. Now, but not next to C. So C cannot come here, so C will come here. Right? C will come here. So the only possible will be D should come here. If C is not sitting next to D, so yes, you can find that C and D are also not sitting next to the, means this is the correct possibility. This is satisfying all the condition. A is occupying the seat next to B, yes, correct. But not next to C, yes, it is not next to C. And C is not sitting next to D, so C is also not sitting next to D. So this is the correct possibility. This is the correct possibility. So what are they asking? What are occupying? Who is occupying the seat adjacent to D? So D के adjacent कौन सा है? A. So the correct option would be option A. Option B, that is A is occupying seat adjacent to D. ठीक है? This question we have already done. This was asked in the same 2013 and 2016. Okay. So now I think we will conclude our session here only, because we have covered all the questions from the topic of seating arrangements from year 2011 to 2022. As I already told you, keep in the previous few years, not many questions were asked from this topic, but in the last year itself, they have asked 2 questions. So now we guess that in the coming years, UPSC will be focusing on this topic more. And till now, whatever we solved, you must be getting the idea that this is not at all a difficult topic. आप इन्हीं questions को एक दो बार practice कर लोगे, then you will be able to solve all the questions which are going to be asked in the exam. So please watch these sessions and then try to solve these questions on your own. Try to find your mistake कि आप कहाँ गलत कर रहे हो. Try to solve the questions in a systematic way. Haphazard way में नहीं करना है. And if you face any difficulty, any problem, we are always here to help you. Please let us know if you face any kind of problem. Till then, work very hard, study very hard, and we will meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thanks a lot.